Morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee, number 158. I'm only a couple of minutes late. Uh, Hello. I've I've just been running around getting the coffee ready, and I've actually been watching stuff in my room, so I realised I had to go catch the tablet and then the plug, and yeah. So, woo! Hello all. I hope you're all doing good. Better not you on straight away. That's it. That's it, we're off. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. We've had another awesome week. I didn't manage to get the light out in time, so apologies if the lighting goes very strange. I don't think we'll have Carol in the chats today, because I noticed that was another reason I'm late, actually. Let me just scooch up here. It is the Ravelli trade show in Bristol. I could do this. So that's on today, near Bristol. I can't remember what the place is called, but if you're in the Bristol area, it's not too late to get yourself down to Ravelli. I can't remember if Carol organises or just in her club, but yeah, I know she'll be down there. So when she watches this back, hi Carol, hope Ravelli went well. Great Squiddo Games are there. Watches this back. Hi Carol, hope Ravelli went well. Great Squiddo Games are there. They have all of our stuff. Well, not all of it, but a whole load of it. Lincoln Barn. Thanks, Paul. Will you be heading down? So yeah, it's a little show. It used to always, when I used to go there, it used to always be the last show of the year for me anyway. It's only a little one, but a fun little one. I used to really enjoy it. It popped up on my Facebook memories today that I think the last time I went, it's one that a lot of the little shows kind of go a bit dead about after lunch, because I think people pop out in the morning. And then the last year I went, I brought Pokemon with me, Pokemon on the DS. So I took a photo of me just playing Pokemon behind the racks with there being nobody there. And people going, "Oh no, is it terrible?" Like, no, it's not. It just entirely dies about 1 o'clock, and then it just be like, "Can we go? Can we go now?" On my notes, Sharky, it says weird guy is top of the notes. I managed to get a weird because I keep going to bed with my hair washed. Oh yeah, poof, it's purposeful bouffant. Sorry that you are COVIDy, Paul. That sucks. And Snurgy's here as well. Snurgy. Got a whole bunch of you. Thanks for coming along. It's been another ace week, so I've got lots of cool stuff to talk about rather than just sort of going doo doo doo. And I have the Weird World mug today, which has some snurgular characters on there as well. Good timing. Drink of the day is coffee, with a small amount of Baileys in there. It tastes so good. It tastes so good. Don't worry, I'm not hammering it all day. Well, it's Sunday, mine for a few more. It's okay because it's in a hot drink. It does taste so good. So anyway, scary man on the intro picture. Let's get straight to it. Who is that guy? If you missed it, let me just bring him back up again for you, because I know you want to see him more. Unfortunately for you all, he's my new favourite guy. So you will be seeing him around quite a lot. Where would I have got it? I can be a bit of an old person with phones. Where's just downloads? Oh, it goes into camera. There we are. It puts them into so many different folders that I can never find the pictures. Bloody hell, how long ago was he? Hang on, sorry. Where is he? Oh my word, he's here. Do. Downloads. Why is it so far down there? Anyway, there he is. This guy. This guy. Look at that. Yeah, he's everywhere now. So I got distracted midweek when I was working. Yes, right, he's got his tree pen. Woo! I got distracted when I was working by a Pokemon AI generator. And the first one I made was this. And I did not ask for this. I wish I'd made a note of what I did ask for. It wasn't this. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I might get some merch made with him. I don't know what the rules are, for AI stuff. If not, use him as a basis or something. I won't make him a model, don't worry. Although I would if I had the money to burn. Um, it's just so bizarre. Like it hasn't got any it hasn't got any weird AI bits. I mean, like it's not got any of the bits where it sort of merges into something else. Um, and then it's got this. It looks like it's made out of metal, like a groin protector. And then, like, does it spin? Does that thing spin? Like the more he does this, because it could be other arms, but I noticed it could also be his arms, and there is like pointy elbows. So while he's doing that, does that make the thing turn? I'm not sure. I did go on to make a whole bunch of awful Pokemons, which I'm sure some people would just like an episode of me showing you all the horrible Pokemon that I made, but no one needs that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just absolutely love it. Dun, 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 dun. And a lot of the things, Jill's right. I think whatever direction you can, but it's just so weird. Like, look at that. How does the AI can that be official con badge? It does need to be our like our secret code or something. But yeah, gotta catch them all. Not that one. Not that one. Just so weird. I definitely didn't ask for that. But anyway, that's the intro. I've lost some people already. They're like, oh no, this isn't what I expected. And he's weird Pokemon guy. That is a weird AI generator though, because loads of them came out looking like they could be Pokemon. Even that guy to some extent. Um, Loads of them just like it could be Pokemon. And some of the latest designs of the Pokemon, I'm not convinced they haven't just gone into AI generator and just went that one, that one, that one. Really strange. Oh, croaky there. Don't want any croakiness going on. So it's me, me downing my little baby. There's only a little bit in there, but it does something to the flavour. That's it. That's it as well. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What's on the notes? So the biggest thing of the week, I guess, has been Black Friday. Which when I posted it, I thought, oh, I bet there's a load of you tutting at me. So normally I go to Black Friday. We don't do that American nonsense. And I do think Black Friday is a terrible, terrible thing. And the expectation each year to do it as well. People going, are you doing Black Friday? And I'm always like, no. And North Star and a few of my mates, they're going, we're not doing it. And then a few other companies that I spoke to are like, don't really like it, but we sell so much on it. So we just kind of go for it. But we've had Indie Winter going all month as well, and I thought I don't kind of want to screw over Indie Winter people. I don't want to give any more discount because it does. The more sales you have, it does devalue it. There is a reason why Games Workshop don't do the sales, although they're fortunate they don't really have to. But I didn't want to take more money off Bad Squiddo, basically. And the bigger discounts you do, I always see as a bit of a screw to the retailers as well, because they're like, oh, cool, you're selling it for less than we've even bought for it. And yeah, that sort of thing. So that's why I've kind of always been a bit like, yeah. And we do, the big part of the year that we do is International Women's Day, where I usually do free shipping DLO. And that's kind of like our Black Friday. But Thursday night, of course, Thursday night, as I was sort of packing up, I went, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Partly because I was looking at all the bills coming out at the end of the month and went, I need to do something. But I think I solved it. So I, instead of putting more discount on Bad Squiddo stuff, I can't believe there's still more treasure. Like, it's been at least 3 years since I stopped stocking other people's things, apart from the plastic boxes and a few other bits. But the whole female mini collection thing, it's been like 3 years. And I've had so many big bargain bin clear outs of just like the excess stock that was left over at the end. And I keep finding more. And just in the office, I was like, what have I got that I could sort of put on a massive discount? Just to clear it out because it's just been there in a box sort of thing. And it's crazy how much stuff I found. So the reason, because when as you know by now, when I do sales, I do sales because there's no point otherwise. When it's that sort of mega clearance rather than actual bad Squiddo stock, um, the sort of clearance stuff. It's like what they call bring and buys. At bring and buys, it's like what's it? Sorry, brain, because I'm distracted by cute pigs again. Bring and buys when people put stuff that's kind of been opened and assembled, and they're like 10% off RRP. I'm like, oh, what's the point? You're just gonna have to bring it back. Just knock it down. So to bring some Black Friday hype and get some stuff shifted, I did. It was up to 83% was the highest, and loads of it was just a massive amount off. That if I'd seen it as another trader, I'd be like, how are they doing that? It's because it's just been here for so long that it just needs to go. Yeah, most of them were selling at a loss, but they were bought like some of them must have been bought like 6 years ago or something. So it's just been sat there. So it's whilst I always think of everything, even in my personal life and in the office, that everything has to pay its rent basically, including the boy. He's at a tournament at the moment. Actually, he's very good at paying his rent. But the items take up some space, which I am paying rent for. So when there's old stock, it might be just a big box of something that could have better things, things that are currently making me money. So I want to not have a bargain bin section on the website. I want it all gone. Take it all. Tim found it early. He found it Thursday night. I mean, he didn't. He didn't find it at all. He saw it and went, "Cool. I appreciate those offers, and I will step away." That's what happened. So yeah, I appreciate the people who kind of like snuck in and then went, "Oh," because I kind of did the big announcement about midday, but people got there first. And as usual, when I do my big sales, I say, if you see anything you like, do it. Buy it now, because people frenzy for a discount. Every time people are like, oh, there she goes, building up hype. I'm like, no, I know it's all going to go, but I am giving you the warning so you don't miss out. People, and there's a few that were kind of like, I'll have a look at the weekend. And like, no, no, they'll be gone. This is for you, for your benefit. But there are still some good stuff left, to be fair. But it did absolutely frenzy. It was definitely the right choice. I've made a chunk of cash out of it, which I needed. And yeah, I was like, whoo, that was a good idea. And it's got some space in the office as well. So I'm going to be packing that like a monster tomorrow, getting all those things out. What was I going to say? What was it? Cheap things, discounts. Yeah, so if you haven't got to it yet, or you're waiting for payday, there's still some really nice things on there, and there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're all brand new. It's purely just because I used to stock them. I don't anymore. But yeah, it's absolutely wild. And yeah, Tim said there were 84 listed when I found it. End of Friday, there were 42, and there were multiples of quite a few of those things as well. So it was just like pew pew pew. I did also release 2 new things that I've only had a skim of the sales so far, but I don't think I've sold any of my new things, which always gives me the like when I do a sale of sort of old stuff, I get jealous of my own sale because I'm like, oh, I made a meme a while ago that was something like releases brand new, well researched, thought out, expensive designs, tumbleweed. Old stuff cheap. We buy it. But it's okay. I made a good decision because I've got quite a few things to release, and I was going to release them all Friday. What's it? Hang on, let me just drink this. Drink. Friday. I was going to release loads of minis, and then I thought, are they going to get lost in the Black Friday hype? And I think they definitely would have. But also the reason that Black Friday is a thing is that whole last payday before Christmas. I was like, So I'm glad I didn't actually. So I did release two new things, and I will show them shortly. They're very nice. They're really nice. But I think, yeah, Black Friday, everyone's all about those bargains. Though to be fair, including because a lot of people use the indie winter discount, which was my dark plan as well. So I sold a lot from the bargain bin, but I also sold a lot of my own stuff, which is some good markup, obviously. So that was really nice. I got some mega orders actually from people I think that have just found me and gone, "Whoa, we want all the stuff," which is awesome. Um, but yeah, I have two new things that I'll give them a bit of their own separate promo next week, so people can actually appreciate them. But I'm glad I didn't release the rest of the stuff because then I would have been sad that they all just sort of melted away. But I think they're going to be cool enough that they'll sell anyway, even if it's sort of mid-December. It's bits that I really wanted to wait for the painted version of before I really sort of start hammering them out there because it's going to make so much difference. Which is a point I can show you actually. So one of the things I didn't release was the Queen pack because I want to wait till I can really sort of bam everyone with the beautiful painted gang of stuff. Let me look here. What's going on in my chats? John, there he is. So I've got, will it turn? This picture from John Morris. Let me double check. I always check it doesn't show anyone's numbers or anything. So that's the elderly queen. And then we can see corgis. Corgis. How lovely is that? But he's still got the other two on the list. So I think I'm going to wait till they're all done. So whenever that is, the full regal coronation one that I think is going to be a real stunner, and the other ATS World War II. There's Korgs separate as well. Korgs, and they're actually coming next week. Ooh. So yeah, I'm glad they're going to get their own. Sorry, every time you see my phone, there's something terrible. Look, it's not just the 20%. Look, it's 23%, and a million voicemails. Though it is 23 minutes past and 23%, so that might even it up. But yeah, I'm terrible for that. I'm going, oh, it's died again. So the Queens will be released at some point in December, as well as the Capybaras, which are with Mr. Taylor. And I have another Queen to be released as well. A very, not Renaissance, pre-Raphaelite Queen, actually, which she's very nice. It's another one that I'm not showing you till she is. Okay, I'll show you. I might have shown you, to be fair. Where will I have her? Oh, I got her. If I can find it. I know where it'll be. It'll be with the painter. Andrew Taylor. Andrew Taylor. Hey, hey, hey. Taylor. Come on, load. What is going on with the internet at the moment? It's so terrible. I may have shown. Oh, no, I haven't even sent him that. I sent him the reference. I'll show you the reference. She's based on this photo. So imagine that, but in mini, and a very good representation of it. So she'll probably come out at some point as well. Someone buy Annie a USB charging pack for. I've got them. That's the problem. I've got all this stuff. I'll just suck. There's even a charger right here. But I like to live dangerously. So we got that. What else have I got? What else is going on? What is going on? So we've got those things. Oh yeah, we've got some new releases. I'll just go to the website to show you. Bad Squiddo Games. And they're absolutely lovely. Oh, I need to update the main page with the new arrivals. I've been forgetting to do that. Wireless charging is fantastic. Rennie has a pad next to every chair he sits in. Amazing. Yes. I'm a bit like that, but with normal plugs. So we've got quite a spooky releases this week. So we have Death. Death is coming. All the reflections. Oh, guinea pigs. So I love Death. I love Death. He looks like he's surfing. surfing deaf up on a what's it? What do you call it? Tombstone. Um, I need to learn the pronunciation, but he's sculpted by Juan Montano, I think, who also sculpted Coopy the Jester. We've got a few of his things in there now, and he's wicked. Um, and it fits really well. I did take a cool picture. Because sorry I'm late. I've been surfing. Yeah, you get to live a little longer because Def's off surfing. Um, painted by Amy at Warp Fiend, and that's a lovely job. So we'll have a look at that. So that's out now. Here's one piece, one big hunk of metal, and absolutely wicked. Fits really well with the Banshees, Bristol's Banshees, which there's currently, I think, 2 left of in stock. There's been some good surges on stuff at the moment. I believe there's 1 or 2 packs of those zombie snowmen as well. So if you want them before Christmas, again, not just driving hype. I just hate seeing people disappointed. So I remember, if any of you were around, I think some of you were, years ago, when I managed to get hold of some Pegasus buildings. And they do just float around like ghost stock. It's really hard to get hold of them. And I posted in like the Frostgrove group going, I've got Pegasus buildings, but if you want them, get them now. They're at normal price. They're not even marked up because people were marking them up on eBay for loads. I was like, I just want you to have them. And obviously I'll make a bit of money off it, but not as much as I could. I just want you to have them because I found this treasure and I want to share it. And yeah, people are like, oh, look at her building up hype. I'll get it at the weekend. And I'm like, Annie, they've all gone. Yep. I told you. I told you. I told you. The others I have, I don't know how to pronounce this either. They're called the Grey. I think it's the Grey. They are the ancient Greek. Oh, that didn't come up. There we go. Ancient Greek witches. They share an eyeball. And they do that. They do the weird thing, don't they? So you can see the middle one holding the eye. The thing works. There we are. The one with the cauldron, it's all attached, so it's 3 pieces, which is wild, which is really cool. I think, anyway. I've had ones, yeah, it is, and I sent it to the sculptor. Yeah, they're that one with the pot, it's all 1 piece. You know my hatred for multiple. They're a bit like the Fates. They're not exactly the Fates, but very similar. I can't remember their other names. There's a few names for them. The Fates have got quite iconic things, like I think one's got some scissors and stuff like that. But they are the ones who, when Perseus is looking for Medusa, they're in Clash of the Titans. They're the ones in the little cave, and he takes their eye, so yeah, they have to tell him how to kill Medusa. But they're lovely. They're by Shane Hoyle, who's done quite a lot of our bits. And yeah, you can't. I'm just looking at it now, going, they're so nice. They're with Andrew Taylor for the painting at the moment, and yeah, they're really nice figures. So we've been on a bit of a horror theme of late. What else have we get? All my packaging arrived. You remember last week I was on a major packaging spree, getting more of those picture cards that go, so you can see how lovely they are just through the packaging. Doing the graphics for those last week. They all arrived today. Yes. And they look really good. But there's still a blister pack shortage, so I can't do much with them. But I've put some into the blank. So when you order online, a lot of time you'll get them in a sort of bag rather than the blister. Save the world a bit, save the packaging a bit. So you might get some in there. I've shipped to a few of the companies that I stock and go, yes, here's the new pictures. They will come out. Oh yeah, the Queens will be hopefully like a week or 2. So just waiting on them being painted. Just look at Karen's got a weird hairdo going on there. But that's why she is. What else? There's loads. It's not because I'm craving the Baileys. It's because I've got Baileys and milk, and it's going cold quickly, so I need to get the most of it. That's all. Yeah, the blister pack Opalix is still on. I don't know if I'm going to get them this year. It's so weird. I've been doing some good recycling on them as well, though. But Mises. My mystery pets that I never see because they come out at night mostly. I never see them. Then Andy sees them. They just scuttle around in the dark. So what else did we get? So yes, you were all animals at Black Friday. And I do see you. See, my phone was going, well, it would be going nuts, but I turn all notifications off. But I was checking in the thing going, oh, I've got some more. And then looking at names going, there you are. I was wondering where you'd be. There's a lot of usual suspects. There's people I don't see for ages, and then I do a sale. I'm like, come back for the sale of you. But I love it. So thank you. I do appreciate it, whilst judging you all at the same time. Going, couldn't resist. Of course you got those. I knew you'd be after that. So that's fun. Magical mice there, but not there. I hear them crunching. I can see one in a tube. It doesn't know it's exposed. They keep poofing the bedding up. It's really strange how they can just keep poofing it. It's very, very odd. My mum says terrible habit putting Baileys in coffee. Yes. I wonder where I learned that. So, I saw Amy this week from Mort Fiend. So that was cool. So she brought over death. She brought death with her. Andreas and me, I wonder what category I fall into and how much Annie knows of me. And I study all your buying bets. I don't really. I do a little bit. I think, what are they doing now? Did your package arrive actually, Andreas? Did you get the freebie? What have we got? New releases. Seeing Amy. Yes, she also brought in fact, sorry, I'm scuttling around on my phone. The latest releases, from last week, I think it was. Pauline and her apprentice. Where are we? Twitter will be the place to go. Twitter that is still standing. Still standing. Oh. As I go on Twitter, I don't know if Tim watches this or not, but he sent other Tim, not you, Edwards, sent me that. Oh, come on, phone, show us the meme. It's not good. It's going to be in reverse. It's Death on a skateboard saying, "I bet you can't do a kickflip over the shark tank" to a kid. Bet you can, old man. I love my job. That's what he does. Troll Death. 1 sec, Warp Fiend. So I gave her some deathly death things to paint. I don't know if she's got anything of mine now. I need to get some more. There we are. So this is Pauline and her young apprentice. There we are. Again, I don't know why it's not picking up the camera so well today. Worse than usual. But these are lovely as well. Shane was on a definite sculpting gribbly things because I'll give him a sort of heads up and then he gets carried away and does loads. But it's good. Those with those new witches will be a really nice set. And I'm gonna now I've got all of my painted things at the office. I can set some scenes up finally with the witch's house that I've got, the Aristal set. So I can have them around cauldrons with some cats and some other bits. And I can make some really nice scenes. And I'm looking forward to sort of clearing space to be able to do more fun things like that. Because I have been in this eternal catch up. I don't get to do the fun things. I'm just constantly that like spin plates and going, fires everywhere. But this is 3 weeks. 3 weeks of being in work 5 days a week. Woo! And that is from someone who has been very ill a lot of the year with various bits. It has been one thing after another. So 3 weeks in a row has been awesome. And I've got so much done. And this week's been especially good because last week I was on, and kind of the last 2 weeks I've been on it, as they say, a bit manic and getting a trillion things done. This week I started off especially not really feeling it, but I showed up and I did it anyway, and that's the real test, because normally I'll go absolutely wild on stuff and then I'll hit a wall and then it's all over. But trying to find some kind of mid-ground has been really good. So I did get a lot done this week. Well, some days it felt like I didn't, necessarily, but I did. All the pens are out. Woo! Woo! Phantom. Another reason I'm late is I did get a message from Great Escape Games about 9:45 asking some stuff about tree pen, and that's what made me realise it was Ravelli today, because he's obviously taken some to there. So if you're at Ravelli, you can get an extra tree pen. Woo! Woo! Master Death. There you go. Doodle-doo. Amy, new release, Queen. Strikes. The post people are striking again. Just to mention. Hey, Daniel's here, all sleepy. Morning. The posties are striking, so they struck off Thursday and Friday, so there's no post then. Though I've been packing orders because I've been very good. They will also be striking the 30th and the 1st of December. The rest isn't confirmed, but it's looking like there'll be strikes in December. So just to make note of that, if there's things you need for dates and all that sort of stuff, especially if you're overseas, because it can be obviously takes longer. So if you need things for either for Christmas or like a Christmas break when you want to do hobby for yourself because you didn't get the presents that you wanted, so you wanted hobby presents and you're like, hey, another Lynx Africa set, awesome, buy yourself some stuff and then you're guaranteed a good time. There you go. Get them in now though. Sooner is better than later. Yeah, the last post dates will be a bit random. And Daniel ordered from shop. Woo! Thank you. I did see that and went, oh, there he is. Sorry, I'm getting this. What is bouffant? Bouffant. Christmas. Oh yeah, so that I've written the word Christmas, so I guess that's it. Christmas is coming. Christmas and death is coming. That's what you've missed, Daniel. Christmas and death. What is that? Oh, Pokemon. Oh, so we're into Annie's ramble section now. Pokemon Violet's amazing. I'm gonna play more of that. I love it. It's so good. You can open world. So that's what I've been doing in the evenings. But it's been really good. So I've been trying to finish by sort of 5, apart from Thursday when I was there mega late, just scrambling around for treasures. So I've been having an evening. So although to be fair, I've mostly been doing chores and playing Pokemon, but get it out my system. When I saw that picture from Ravelli from probably like 7 years ago or something, and there was a picture of me playing Pokemon behind my stand, I was like, not many things change. Mold. Yesterday, I spent the entire day deep cleaning my house, which is why I'm allowed to play Pokemon today. Although I should stop saying the word allowed because you're actually like, you don't have to penance yourself. But I feel like I can, so because I can't rest. I did some very deep cleaning of the house yesterday, the bathroom and around the window in my little bedroom, I think because it's small, was intensely mouldy, and it had got a bit of mould, and then the mould had just gone like really quickly. I normally just get a little bit, and then I'll go, when I'm a bit bored, I'll sort the mould out. But it's crazy. And then I don't know if I was doing my show at the time, but a few years ago when I had to throw, I don't know if you remember me going wild because I threw my sofa out because it turned out my sofa was entirely mouldy. And then I got really paranoid, and it's because I don't put the heating on very much, mostly out of cost because there's no central heating in my house. And there wasn't in the last place I lived. And apparently it's a really low percentage of houses in the UK don't have central heating, and I keep living in them. So I have an oil heater that I was generously given by Fenris, and there is a heater upstairs that they did finally install, but still an electric one. So obviously heating costs an absolute fortune, but been trying to find that balance of the house not going mouldy and being able to afford to live. So, and with the energy crisis in the UK, woo! So I am having to put the heating on a little bit. But it was nice. I was about to say it was nice. It was lovely chorsing yesterday. I do like a deep clean, and standard clean's boring, but when it goes from horrible to lovely. And then Andy's been at a tournament this weekend, so when he came back, I had to give him the tour and point out everything that I'd done, so I'm fully appreciated. It's like, and this bit here, if you remember that bit, not anymore. So that was the entire day on a massive Chorgeddon, but quite satisfying. So the more on top is still adding to is that whole self-care not all being about just having a nice bath. It's like getting rid of stuff that's background stressing you out and ticking off things. That's definitely better than me having a nice bath. So that was good. So that is much nicer. Ray says, what the latest Pokemon is open world? Entirely open world. There's barely a loading screen. And you got this big Pokemon that's like a bike at the same time. And you can level it up so it does like better. None of this is spoiler, by the way. So it can fly and it can just go straight up the mountains and stuff, and it does it like that. It's like a squirrel. So you can go in places that you're not ready for yet. So it's been me sort of wandering in places going, hello, fellow trainers. And then all these like level 60 Pokemon start appearing. I'm like, oh, abort, go back. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. But yeah, you can just like crawl up bits and then jump off and go. So I've partly just been exploring the Pokeland, which has been nice and relaxing, which I'm totally doing after this. Although I'm sure I did decide I was going to do this. Yeah. The Walking Dead finale was Monday. Again, I will not discuss it in spoilers, but it was okay. There was some bits where I went, that maybe wouldn't have been great, but it's been 12 years, I think 10 years I've been watching it for, and it was a satisfactory ending. I've accepted that TV shows never have awesome endings anymore because you can't. And they always seem to end like they get told. I found out they got told that they had to end pretty much just before that season, so they had a lot to cram in because it all was a bit rushed, a little bit like the Game of Thrones rushing, although they knew. But yeah, that means The Walking Dead is over. No. But there are lots of spin-offs, so that's okay. Plants. The Fripp war continues. The Fripps that have been destroying my plants, but I'm getting there. I went through every plant again yesterday in my Manic Clean, and I've started hydroponicking some of my plants. So I'm hoping this works, because then things can't live in the soil because they're just in water. And some take to it better than others. I did have to take some avocados yesterday, my awesome avocado plants that have all sprouted at 100% like awesomeness. And there was some Fripps there, so I was out in the dark in the garden going, get out, get out. But I didn't want to kill them. But I gave them a big hose down and put them in water, but I've not put anything from water to soil to water before, so I don't know if it will work. But I can't be fripping these good team Fripps. So yeah, that's the Annie news. Guinea pigs are being cute. I'll send you a picture of just before the show. Not you, weird creature. Just as I got up, I was greeted with this. Not before I got up. I thought, is there a guinea pig in that? And there is. Look at that little flat guinea pig in its little crevice. That's Nini, the one that looks like the leg. But I'm convinced if reincarnation is ever real, then that is definitely a reincarnated little egg. Which is just, well, not just as loud, actually. A shrimp plant? What's a shrimp plant? What have we got there? Oh, really? They like damp. Oh, well, that's more reason to put the heating on. Treat myself. That's it. You can't have any sort of like background heating. It's like this has to be on or off. But yeah, I will go all out and I'll occasionally put the heating on. I think I've learned now. Yeah, I've got no plans for today. This is unusual, and there's nothing jumping out at me going, this is a task you need to do. So that's quite nice. I think I'm going to watch a film and play Pokemon or something. Shrimp plant has flowers that look like a shrimp. Okay, before I go, I'm going to look it up. Shrimp plant. Oh, I've booked the posting for Expo, UK Game Expo gets posted on the 1st, apparently. I don't know if it's just to traders or to everyone. but I'll be able to show you where I am. Oh, no way! So I'll be able to show you where I am at Expo. That was partly why I'm skint, because the Expo bill was enormous. It does look like a shrimp. That'd be a Pokemon. Everything's a Pokemon now. Look at that. Look at that shrimp plant. Yeah, sometimes they go dormant. It might be something like that. Who knows? They're magical, weird plants. Despite me constantly getting them frips and all that, it isn't a rewarding hobby. I've got some awesome. I might just do a plant video one day and show you all my plants. What we got? Oh, punter tickets release on Saturday. Oh yeah, so I guess. Oh, that's a point. Expo. That's something I need to do. Expo. I've been given the portal access, so you can put your information on the website. So I guess some point next week they'll be releasing that into the wild and showing people who's. I'm sorry, brain. It's these pigs. They'll be releasing that and going, look at all these people that are there. And last year I was way late on actually adding my details, so I could do that tomorrow. Yay! Between my trillions of orders. So thank you for that. I'm going to head off and do nothing. Hopefully I won't fall asleep though. Expo and Salute next year. Yep, as me, but also Vatmatak in. I need to get back from them, but I'm sure it's fine. Vatmatak is something like the 4th of February. It's around then. And that's the smaller one. Well, it's actually pretty big, but it's just not Salute and Expo. Some call it the Salute of the North. But Vatmatak I'll be going to as well. But I only have a little one there. What we got there? Brain. It's only a little stall. I don't go full out on that one, but it's still really nice. And yeah, it's a little. I have a little stand, and then I stretch it out a little bit at that one. Whereas Salute and Expo, it's full hog wild squid. So, right, I will see you all. I missed a few bits there, but thank you for coming along, and awesome. It was really good to see you. And keep an eye out. If you haven't looked in the bargain bin / Black Friday, go have a little look, because there's still some treasure. There's a good amount of treasure in there. And if you ever want the cheapest awesome Blood Bowl team ever, they're in there, because I entirely forgot that I did a retailer pledge many years ago when that came out, and it's just been sat in a bag. So again, that's why they're super cheap. And that's all I've got of them. So go have a look, because they're really nice. And have a look at my new releases. Maybe you will get deaf. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to have a chillo and some toast. And controversially, some Marmite. Dun, dun, dun. Bye. Thank you. You're ace. Toodaloo.